Let me put the light on. Hang on, folks. Well, I know there's no one there yet, but oh, it's fine. Hi, folks. So nobody here yet. I can see that. Oh, hi. Yeah. So let me just make that there a little bit. Right. Yeah. Okay. So. Ooh. Yeah. Sorry. I'm a bit late starting. Couple of reasons for that. One, I'm still in the middle of editing a video from Saturday. I've got a video from today that I'm in the process of editing as well. That's processing at the moment. Sorry, let me just put my glasses back on a sec because I can't see anything unless I do. I can't. What's I say? Dragton Warrior. Sorry. Hi. Yeah. So, apologies for the lateness of the start. Like I said, I'm in the process of editing a video from Saturday and editing a video from today. So I'm trying to get the one up tonight if I can. But the way the time's going, I'm not sure. But anyway, the other thing is that so as like I've done before, I've written a couple of things down for possible topics. Yeah. So the thing is that, like, my cousin Louise sent me a link today, and it's about a film called Homeless Ashes, and it's about a homeless guy. I don't know if it's a fictional character or if it's, I presume it's based on real character, maybe, or it might actually be based perhaps on several homeless people. I don't know exactly. That I'm not too sure on, or whether it's just a completely fictional character. I imagine, because of the nature of the subject, that it's quite possible a lot of research has gone into it, and quite possibly that like say that they probably used maybe somebody's story or parts of somebody's story. I don't know. Anyway, the thing is that I watched the video. It's a small trailer of this new film that's coming out. Now, it's not finished yet. It's a crowdfunded film. And I'm going to put a link in. Well, I don't know how you put a link in this well, actually, wait a minute. Actually, let me just try something. Let's see if I can do this. Right, so I'm going to post in the comment. Right, so I think, hang on 1 second, guys. Let's make sure I do this right. Right, so I don't know if you guys can see that, but anyway, that's the link to part of the film. It's not the whole film. It's powerful, man. It's powerful. And so that's part of the reason also why I was late starting the stream, because it's really got me, to be quite honest. There's a particular scene at the end of the thing where, wow, because although at the time when I met my mum for the first time in 10 years, I wasn't actually homeless at that point. And I was, what was I, 14? I think I was 14 and 15. Can't quite remember. But it had been 10 years since I'd seen my mum. And this guy gets reunited at one point towards the end of the video with his mum. And so, as you can imagine, yeah, that really hit a nerve. And it's I'm quite emotional at the moment. But anyway, yeah. So, but basically, I want you guys, please go and check it out, guys, because I've worked in the homeless sort of field after I was no longer homeless. I was homeless myself for 20 years. And then I ended up working in the homeless sector for a little while. So I've been around homelessness for many, many years, both actually being homeless and then working with homeless people myself. I've done Crisis at Christmas several times. And so, you know, it's a subject very, very close to my heart, and something I care about very, very deeply. And so I really want you guys to check this out, because I wouldn't recommend just any old sort of film or documentary about homeless people unless I felt it was something different, if you like. And when I say that, I mean the way they've made this film, and the first trailer that I saw is even, to me, was even more powerful, really. It's blown me away. It's blown me away. It's incredible. And the actor slash director that's met, and he stars in this film. And the way he's made this, that, like I said, the trailers, that's a link also to his website. I forget his name for a minute. I think it's Mark, I think, but I can't remember. Sorry. But check that. When you click on that link, that will take you to his YouTube page. He's only got a few. It's all about this film that he's creating at the moment, and it's a crowdfunded film and what have you, sort of thing. So, you know, it's not like massive budget or anything or whatever. Do you know what I mean? It's like, but flipping heck, the way this is being done, I can't speak highly enough of it. Do you know what I mean? And I highly recommend you guys check it out. And when it comes out, I don't know what kind of platform it's going to be distributed on either. I don't know if it's going to go at the cinemas. I don't know if it's going to just be an online film or what. I don't know how they're going to do that. I don't even know they know themselves yet. I don't know, because the film isn't complete. But when it is finished and when it is, you know, released for general whatever, you know, I highly recommend you guys check it out, seriously. And share this with everybody that you know. Share it, please share it, because this is a powerful film. It's powerful, man. And like I said, I wouldn't just give you guys stuff that, you know, is rubbish or whatever. I'm telling you now, this is something that I believe is going to move people to just not just, like, you know, look, perhaps just sweep it under the carpet or whatever. You know, this is something that's going to seriously impact, and I hope it really does, because there's a powerful message in there, and it's nothing like I've seen before in terms of things about homelessness, and whether it's a film or a documentary or whatever. It's just blown me away, guys. It really has. Anyway, so I guess enough of that for now. I did have 4 subscribers, sorry, 4 viewers, and now we're down to 3 again. Never mind. Anyway, so okay, another subject I wanted to touch on is if any of you guys can help me with, because I want to do another Abandon Explore, and I've been looking everywhere. I've been checking online on some of these websites. Some of them are not that helpful, to be quite honest, because they're don't seem to be updated that much. So you click on something, you find a place that, well, for me is nearby or easy to get to, or relatively so, and then I check it out then on like Google Maps or whatever, and find that the place has been redeveloped. So anyway, I'm just asking if any of you guys know of any urban or, you know, abandoned places that I could get to that have got fairly easy access. If you guys want to just scout around for me or whatever, or if you know of any places nearby or whatever, please let me know, because I'm dying to do another Abandon Explore, and I've been searching everywhere and I can't find anything at the moment. So anyway, that was one other thing. Now, the other thing I wanted to discuss, and like now I've changed my mind, because I think now this, and especially after watching that film, I just don't kind of feel like talking about that right now. But I was thinking like we could just very briefly, let's see how many people this turns off. Quantum physics. That was another subject. I love quantum physics. Absolutely love quantum physics. Fascinating subject. Seriously, how an atom can like be in one well, in fact, how an atom can actually be in two places at one single atom can actually be in two places at the same time. Get your head around that one. You know what I mean? I mean, flipping heck. And then, of course, there's a measurement problem. So where you can't measure both the speed of an atom and its position at the same time, it's impossible. You ask any physicist about the measurement problem, they'll turn white. I'm telling you, because it does their head in. It's like, hang on, you can't measure the speed of the atom and you can't measure its position both at the same time. You've got a thing called superposition, where an atom can be either a wave or it can be what's the other thing? A particle. So hence the split experiment, where there was these two slit experiment, I should say, and you got two slits, and they fire like the light down these slits, and they expect that the dots that are created afterwards. Oh, anyway, you'd have to watch it to. I can't really explain it that well, but anyway, the thing is that yeah, I was going to touch on that subject, but I think maybe it's a little bit too deep. That's interesting. Like a minute ago, we had 6 people watching. Now we're back down to 4. Oh well, maybe it's the subject. So maybe I should leave the subject up to you guys. I mean, maybe I should make this as a Q&A. So yeah, okay, let's have a Q&A. And so basically, you guys can just ask me any question you want. Let's see if that kind of inspires people to stay around a little bit longer. Flipping heck, am I that bad at making live streams or what? I mean, flipping heck. Yeah, anyway, yeah, like I said, the thing is that homeless film, oh boy. Yeah, it's really got under my skin, that has. But please go and check it out, man. Go and check it out. Incredible. It's absolutely incredible. Right, so yeah, Q&A. So whoever's watching, if you wish, one, you can just say a quick hi so they'll know who's watching and who's there. And also, like I say, ask any question you want. So, got any questions, folks? No? Okay, cool. Right, so also, I'm not sure how long I'm going to do this live stream for tonight because, I mean, the thing is, I've put it out there, and fair enough. Hi, Lynn. On the live chat, there is only 3. Yeah, it's showing me that there's 4 people, but I don't know. Maybe you're right, Lynn. But on mine, it's got like there's like 4 people apparently watching, but I don't know. Maybe it's got stuck. I have no idea, to be quite honest. But yeah, I was going to say something that's gone out my head. What the heck was I just about to say? Anyway, yeah. Oh yeah, I think something about how long we're going to live stream for. Yeah, sorry, that was it. Yeah, because like obviously now I've made this a regular thing. So every Monday, 6 p.m. Now, fair enough, I was late starting, like I said, and apologies for that. I have apologized already, but again, I'll apologize. I think it was about 5 past, maybe a bit more than that, when I just actually started the stream, because I got caught up with this film, like I said, and I'm really, really sorry about that. And maybe that's why some people are not here now, because they thought like, oh, it's not happening for some reason. Oh well, so either they'll come back later or they won't. But I must admit, it's kind of like, and again, I know it's early days. I know it's still early days, but I was hoping that, you know, as time went on, and this has become a regular thing. Like I said, you know, it's going to be a regular little slot, 6 a.m. Sorry, 6 p.m. Every Monday night. I mean, I can change those times and days around. You know, I don't have to do it specifically on this time and on this particular day. So if it suits people better, then I can swap it around. But you know, I'm trying to stay consistent. I'm trying to make sure that it's a regular thing so that people know and they kind of like tune and go, all right, it's nearly Paul will be on in a bit, and like going, what's the name? And obviously from that, I was hoping that by now we'd be getting a few more than just 2 or 3 people. So I don't know. And so thank you very much, Lynn. You're a very loyal fan, and thank you very much. That's greatly appreciated. It really is. They have got lost in space. Yeah, more than likely. Yeah, I think they might have been kidnapped by some alien or something. It's like, you know, seems to be a lot of that about these days. But yeah, no, I mean, like I say, I understand that it is still early days, and give people a chance and what have you. And like I say, obviously, I'm not expecting, because I'm, you know, I mean, it's not like I've got like thousands of subscribers or anything. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not expecting masses amount of people to turn up and like all of a sudden I've got 1,000 people watching me or something. Do you know what I mean? But it would have been nice by now to have had a few more than just. Now I'm down to 2 now. Oh well, what can you do? You see, the thing is, folks, you see, I'm making an effort here. I'm trying to do something. Now, I'm not, like I say, I'm not trying to be, yeah, like I say, I'm not, don't take this the wrong way. I'm not trying to say like, oh, you should watch my live stream, blah, 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 blah. Do you know what I mean? I'm just, you know, the thing is that I'm taking time that I could be using to be editing those videos for a start off. Do you know what I mean? And, you know, it's not just that, but there's other things as well. And I've got to go to bed early tonight because I got up at 4 a.m. this morning. I don't know why. In fact, well, actually, I fell asleep in my chair. The chair behind me, I fell asleep in that chair last night because I was editing virtually all night. And then for the last maybe hour or so, I decided to watch a bit of YouTube. And I was so tired, I just fell asleep. And then I woke up at 4 a.m. And I thought, like, well, there's no point in going to bed now because I usually get up around about 5 anyway. Do you know what I mean? To get ready for work, get spot fed and all the rest of it and this, that, and blah, blah, blah. And so I've been up since 4 this morning. And obviously I've done my shift at work. I'm not as tired as I was when I first walked in the door, but I'm still pretty tired. And like I say, I usually do this live stream till at least about 10, at least till about 10. And it'd be just nice if it was rather just me and one other person or 2 other people. Do you know what I mean? And again, I don't mean that in that. I'm not trying to be horrible or anything. I'm not trying to be like, you know, oh, you, like I say, you should watch my video because they're the best in the world or something. Because obviously I'm aware of the fact that, flipping heck, come on, let's face it, I'm no flipping, I don't know, I can't, trying to think of a successful YouTuber off the top of my head, I can't. But you know, and I understand and appreciate that I might not be the most interesting person doing a live stream right now for whatever reason. But you know, like I say, it'd be nice if at least more than just 2 people turn up. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, you know, because like, you know, I need some encouragement. Do you know what I mean? Otherwise, what's the point? I might as well just sit here and talk to a wall. You know what I mean? You know. So yeah. Anyway, sorry. I'll say it. Anywho. So okay. Any more questions at all? So Paul, you do your best. Yeah, I know. I do. I try. You know what I mean? It's all you can do, isn't it? You know what I mean? What else can I do? You know what I mean? I'll try at least. So, but yeah, because like last week was really cool. I really enjoyed it. You know, we had that little back and forth going on, and you guys were talking to each other, and so on and so forth. And yeah, it was great. Absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it. But like I say, I'm starting. You know, after a couple of times of doing this now, I'm starting to realize that kind of really, especially after last week, I don't know. You really do need a few more people and to join in, because otherwise it really does start to get a bit stale. Because what the heck am I supposed to do? Do you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just making a storm in a teacup. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I guess I could talk about anything right now, but that's you see, that's the thing. I mean, you know, I understand that people can't just tune in whenever, you know, whenever I expect them to or whatever. But you know, the thing is that, like, if I start chatting about something or whatever, and then, like, I don't know, 20 minutes, half an hour later, a bunch of people come in, then they've missed half of the flipping things we've been talking about. Do you know what I mean? And then they're like, I don't know whether I then should try to, you know, sort of, you know, let them know what we've been talking about, or whether to sort of just leave that and then they'll just catch up on their own or whatever. I don't know. You know what I mean? It's so anyway. Oh, like we had another person, then they disappeared again. Wow, I must be that boring. I suppose they've gone to watch some paint dry instead. Yeah. Sorry. Oh boy. So anyway, folks, or folk, because I have no idea of how many people are watching now. I mean, well, it says 2 on there, to be quite honest, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm kind of I must admit, I'm sorry, I'm a bit at a loss because, you know, that I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe perhaps I don't do live streams until I've got a few thousand subscribers, maybe. And then that way, at least, I'm guaranteed at least 10 people are going to be watching. Do you know what I mean, like I say, you know, don't get me wrong. I'm not asking for, like, thousands of people to be watching, because I think that would be just too much. You know what I mean? I think I'd be well overwhelmed. Their loss. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Oh, boy. But yeah, you know, like I say, I mean, it'd be just nice if we could have a few more people, because, like I say, we could have that back and forth. And I really enjoyed it when you guys were talking to each other, because that really made my night, to be quite honest. I really loved that. I was so cool that you was introducing yourselves to each other, saying hello to each other, and do you know what I mean? And I think that's really nice, because it's a sense of community and a sense of, like, you know, people get to know each other and saying, oh, hi, and that's, wow, and I like this, or blah, 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 blah. Because I'm a great believer in sharing stuff. Do you know what I mean? I always have been. Do you know what I mean? Collaboration and sharing stuff with people. Do you know what I mean? To me, that's how you get on in life. You know what I mean? Not just being an isolationist or somebody, you know, because like the old saying says, no man is an island. Do you know what I mean? And like I say, you know, to me, that's what it's all about: sharing and, you know, getting together and collaborating and so forth. I love stuff like that. I really do. But anyway, so like you say, Lynn, it's their loss. So, so anyway, yes. So like I said, at the moment, this is going to be a Q&A. So if you've got any questions, I'm quite happy to answer them as best I can. So, okay. Yeah. Right. Okay. Since I've only got 3 people at the moment, I'm going to quickly make myself a cup of tea. Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. I just need a cup of tea, getting rather thirsty at the minute. So, you see, that's the other thing. You see, you can't talk amongst yourselves because there's no one to talk to. Oh, dear. Right. Don't worry, folks. I won't be long. I'll be as quick as I can. Oh boy. Right. Sorry about that. Yeah, I just had to go and make a quick pit stop. So, oh boy. Right. So, like I said, at the moment, I'm kind of at a loss as to what to talk about. And it's funny because, like, there was one of my other subscribers was asking, in what he made it, left a comment in one of my videos about, he caught the last part of the live stream, but the conversation, he didn't feel that he could add anything to it, or perhaps it wasn't a subject that he was that either interested in or had much knowledge around, whatever. I can't even remember. I think it was when we were talking about the ghost stuff or whatever, and what have you. But anyway, I did say to him in a comment back that basically you guys can chip in and with anything. Do you know what I mean? Whatever you want to talk about, you guys can chip in. Hi, Dave. Hi, mate. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Sorry, 1 second. 1 second, mate. Just gonna make this cup of tea. Sorry. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. Da, 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 da. Right. Sorry about that, folks. Just had to make a quick pit stop, like I'm saying. Get some hydration here. Right, so tea time, cool. Yeah, nice one, mate. So I'm making a cup of tea. Nice one, Lynn. Good for you. So right, folks. So like I said, or as I've been saying, yeah, it would be nice if we could have a few more people join in, because then that makes the conversation a bit more lively and a bit more interesting. And also, like I say, tonight it's just going to be an open forum. So basically, you guys can chip in with any subject or any question that you've got. I'm more than happy to try and answer those questions. Or, like I say, if there's any topic that you want to talk about or discuss, I'm more than happy to have you guys contribute. So rather than just me say like, right, tonight we're going to be talking about blah blah blah, because initially that's what I was doing. Off work all week, great chance to get watching paranormal vids. Aha, nice one. Well done, mate. Yes, cool, excellent. Yeah. Yeah, there was something else I was going to say just then. Yeah, as like, I mean, let me think. So, yeah, so like I say, I'm kind of thinking of doing this live stream round about until about 10. I don't mind going over a bit over 10, so maybe another 20 minutes over 10, so about 20 past 10-ish. But then I'm definitely going to have to try and cut it off at that point, because I definitely need to get some sleep. Because like I say, I've been up since 4 a.m. this morning. So, yeah. Sorry, I was going somewhere with that, and now my mind's gone completely blank. Anyway, yeah. So, I was thinking about this film that, like I said, it's really got under my skin, guys. It seriously, and I've left a. If you guys check the comments, I mean, I know that there's a few more comments now, but if you guys check the comments, I left a link to the film, or at least a trailer of the film. It's not the complete film, and maybe throughout this. See, I wish there was other things I could do, because I've seen other YouTubers when they're doing live streams and stuff, and of course a lot of them use their iPhones and stuff like that, so they have lots of like these super chat things and this, that, and the other, where people donate and all this sort of carry on and what have you. But they also, I think you can also like put like, I don't know if it's not notifications, but like I don't know. Anyway, never mind all that. But my point is that I've left a link. Gamer Master Chief. Oh, nice. That's a cool name. Oh, I like that. Master Chief. Yeah. GT. I'm in school, dude. Oh, nice one. Okay, cool. Nice one, mate. So yeah, sorry, what the heck was I just saying? I completely forgot what I was saying. Uh, oh, it's gone right out of my head. Never mind. Never mind. But yeah, sorry, I needed. I need some. Hmm. Sorry, guys. So yeah, like I said, there's a link. I've left a link at the top of the comments, and the film. It's not complete yet, and it's about a homeless guy. And like I say, I don't know if it's based on a true story or not, but it's a powerful, powerful movie. And like I say, I highly recommend you guys check it out. At least check the trailers at the moment, like I say, because the film isn't finished yet. But like, that's kind of what I was trying to get to. It's like I'm saying, I guess throughout the live stream, I'm gonna sort of mention it periodically throughout, sort of thing, especially for people that have just joined the live stream or whatever, sort of thing, because it's really, really important, guys. Seriously, seriously want you guys to check it out, because I've never seen a more powerful movie like this that touches on um, such a relevant and serious and poignant issue. You know what I mean? And of course, it's an issue that's extremely close to my heart, because I've been there, and like I say, I was there for 20 years on the street, and I've worked with homeless people since then, and I've done Crisis at Christmas and so on. My first ever Crisis at Christmas, the centre that I do. There's over 10 centres that are open during the Christmas period, and it used to be called the Dependency Centre, but it's now called the Gate. And that's the one that I do every single year. I didn't do it last year. I felt I needed a bit of a break, to be quite honest. I just needed some me space, and at the time I wanted to spend a bit more time with Joanne at the time and stuff, and over the Christmas period. But anyway, the thing is that my first Crisis at Christmas that I ever went to, I'll never forget it, because like, as a newbie, somebody that's never done it before, you're sort of taken as a separate group around the building. People that have done it before, a couple of years before, whatever, they go off in a different group, because obviously they know the ropes and they're allocated different jobs and this, that, and the other, and blah, blah, blah. Hey, Sandra! Hi, Sandra! So basically, your first time, you're taken off in this other separate little group and you're shown around the building. It's always a different building. Well, it was back then. Over the last couple of years, they've used the same building. But anyway, blah, 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 blah. So you're shown around the building, you're shown where the fire exits are, and this unusual sort of drill and what have you. And anyway, as we were walking around and as we were being shown around this building, and this was in Stratford at the time, this back then, I forget what year it was off the top of my head. But anyway, as we're being shown around, we at one point we were being led through the bedroom area. And it wasn't until then when it really freaking hit me, because like the smell in the room was so familiar. Do you know what I mean? Because like I said, I lived on the streets for 20 years. And when I walked into that room, where all the beds are, there's all these, it's like a big dormitory or whatever. It's like there's all beds or cots laid out all over the room and what have you. And the smell, it was just, and it's funny, like what they say about smell and how smell is such a trigger for memory, for us human beings, particularly. It's a trigger for memory, and it's a very powerful memory trigger, is smell. And God, it touched me so deeply. It really did. And I actually started crying. I did my best to hide it, because I hate crying in public. I hate crying, period, to be quite honest. I really don't like to cry. It actually scares me to cry, because I'm frightened that I'll lose control completely and I won't ever be able to stop. and it frightens me to the point that I feel that I'll lose my mind if I allow myself to cry. So I hate to actually cry, and particularly in public or in a public space and people around me. I really don't like it. But of course, there are moments and times when it happens, and you know that you just so. But basically, I was trying my best to control it, but I started crying, and like it just hit me so deeply. And then as we came out of the bedroom area and we were walking along, and sometimes you're talking to people because you get to know people as you do, and I can't remember if I mentioned it to somebody there and then or not, or a bit later on, perhaps. I can't quite remember. But afterwards, I started thinking to myself, and this question came into my head. And I thought to myself, who am I crying for? Am I crying for me, or am I crying for them? And my answer to myself was both. I was crying for me, and I was crying for them. Do you know what I mean? Because, like I say, that smell was just, it was so familiar. And to me, and this might sound a bit crazy or whatever, and maybe in some circumstances people, and I could see how people would say that actually it's a very unpleasant smell because it's a smell of sweat, body odor, dirt, and all the rest of it. Do you know what I mean? It's a homeless person and several homeless people living in a very small, very warm, confined space. And as you can imagine, sweaty feet and so on, and you know, they've not washed for who knows how long or whatever, and this, that, and the other, and clothes and so on and so forth. You get what I'm trying to say. You can imagine it's not really the most pleasant smell, but to me, it wasn't like I smelt that smell and felt like I went, "Ooh my God," do you know what I mean? Because it was so familiar to me. Do you know what I mean? It was such a familiar smell, and then it just hit me so deeply. Do you know what I mean? Because it brought a lot of it back for me. Do you know what I mean? That was my first year of doing Crisis, and it just brought it all back, you know. And I was just walking through that bedroom area, and I don't know, that was a powerful moment for me. It seriously was. Sorry, guys, I'll try and catch up with some of your comments. Sorry. Millennium Mills. Well, Game Master. Right, yeah, I don't know if Game Master's still with us or not, to be quite honest, but I'm still in school, dude. I'm not sure why. But I mean, then again, maybe he was just trying to let us know that, like, he's a youngster or something. I guess. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. And then David said, Millennium Mills place you were at. I so want to have a nosy. Yes. Yeah. Oh, believe me, same here, mate. Shame about the security. Yeah, well, like I said, I don't know if you saw I presume you saw the video, but if you saw the bit where I actually did go in the gate, because the gate was open, because apparently they was doing a film shoot. Now, I've actually gone online and I've checked this out. Now, there were some places, abandoned places like Millennium Mills and other places, that they hire out as film locations. Now, the thing is, I don't know if that means they're also open to YouTubers. Do you know what I mean? But then again, of course, even if they are, just how much would that cost? And is it quite the same as just doing an urbex exploration? Do you know what I mean? Because maybe it's a little bit more sanitized and a little bit more, do you know what I mean? So you're walking around there, because isn't part of it, urban exploration isn't part of it really. And if you ask a lot of urban explorers, I think if they're honest about it, they would probably say that is also a bit of an element of it, is that slight element of danger there, that slight element of, you know, we might get caught by security or whatever. Now, not saying that, like, you know, people kind of really want that to happen or whatever, obviously not, but, you know, that's kind of part of it in some ways, for some people anyway. Hi Dan, how are you doing, mate? Yeah, so yeah, I'd love to do that Millennium Mills and all, but like I say, apparently you can hire it. Like I say, it's listed on, there's about 2 or 3 of these websites. If you check them out, go on the excuse me, sorry. If you go on the obviously Google and you check out filming abandoned filming locations or something like that, just put something like that in, and you'll see all these different websites that, like, they hire out abandoned buildings and stuff around London, and I guess maybe other parts of England as well. I guess I don't know really. I'm not 100% certain, but yeah, you can hire these places out. But like I said, they also that makes me wonder: is it quite the same as doing an actual Urbex Explore? Um, so just curious to what they are filming. No idea. He didn't tell me, mate. He didn't tell me. The guy, when he got out of the car, like I say, he was a big bloke and all, flipping heck. Do you know what I mean? He was like about 6 foot odd, and as wide as he was tall. Do you know what I mean? And so I felt quite intimidated, to be quite honest. But anyway, no, he was a nice enough guy, though. Don't get me wrong. He really was. He was cool about it. He was really, really nice. And he just asked me, like, sorry, can we carry on the conversation outside of the grounds because my boss is down there and he can't, if he sees me talking to you, you know, he's going to get on my case. And I said, yeah, no, fine, it's perfectly fine. But anyway, yeah, he didn't specify what they were filming. He was just saying like they're doing some filming there, and that they were actually in the process of packing up. And as soon as they did, that place was going to get locked back up again, sort of thing. So, but it is. I checked it out. Like I say, I went online and I checked out online. And Millennium Mills is, I think it's called. I'm trying to remember the name of the website. I think it's like Film. Oh, for crying out loud! Film something. I can't. Sorry, I forget. But yeah, like I said, they hire it out for, and that's the thing. The film companies or the location companies. I think the location companies, they actually share the money with the property owner. So whoever owns the property, you know, and then maybe the film. The film location people approach certain abandoned properties, find out who owns them or whatever, and say, like, look, we'd like to use your place whilst it's still what's until you redevelop it or whatever the heck they're going to do with it. Can we like do a deal where, you know, you guys, you know, you can hire it out, we take a percentage or whatever. I don't know how it works. That's just off the top of my head. I'm just surmising that's how it might work. Sorry. Anyway, I'm going into a big, long, flipping blah, blah, blah. Me Too, what they are filming. Oh, Me Too, what are they filming? Yeah, like I said, Lynn, I've no idea. I've actually no idea because the guy didn't say. He didn't specify what it was. And like I say, I guess because it's a filming location or used as, that any filming company can sort of approach, because like I say, there's a website out there. There was several websites out there, filming location websites, and you go on there, and I guess filming companies, and I can imagine these days. I mean, flipping heck, look at me. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I'm not like a film company, but I can go out about with my camera and make all kinds of videos, and you know, so almost Tom, Dick, and Harry can, like, you know, set up a little film company and go and make a little, you know, film. You know, and check out some of the sorry, flipping out. I've got a right bit of a chest going on here. Yeah, you can go and check out on YouTube. There'll be a ton of people that have done like amateur films. So it could be something like that. Do you know what I mean? It could be just something like that. It doesn't necessarily mean it's like some big Hollywood production or big Hollywood blockbuster being filmed there necessarily. Do you know what I mean? So the title of this stream reminds me of the first ever vlogs of yours I watched back in March 2016, titled Homeless Burgers. Oh God, yeah, Homeless Burgers. You were on about the burger place you used to. Oh God, yes, yeah, flipping heck. Do you know, it's amazing the things that now, I guess, when I think about it in retrospect, I guess really I kind of do take for granted, really, because when you mentioning that, it brought it all back again just then, because I'll never forget, because that wasn't like a regular occurrence necessarily, because most of my money, because of my alcohol addiction, would go on alcohol, plain and simple. Do you know what I mean? Whatever money I managed to get, whether begging or any other way, whatever money I got, virtually all of it would be spent on alcohol, because that was my medication at the time. Do you know what I mean? That was my way of coping, and that was my way of getting through yet another Groundhog Day, essentially. And so it wasn't like a regular thing. So when I did go and get a burger from that place, to me, it was like a massive feast. It was like Christmas. Do you know what I mean? It was like Christmas dinner. You know what I mean? To me, and I'll never forget how special that felt. You know what I mean? And you know, and all the onions and everything. It's like, it's amazing how it's all coming back to me right now, and how it used to fill me with such. I looked forward to those moments when I'd go to that. That's why that burger place sticks in my mind, because there were such special moments to me as a homeless person. Do you know what I mean? Because that they were the highlight of my day. Do you know what I mean? Looking forward to that, to getting that burger and then getting back to my little sort of hideaway wherever I would be sleeping that particular night, and then settling down for the night and just munching on my burger. Do you know what I mean? And to me that was so precious. Do you know what I mean? It really was. So, well, thinking about it, March 2016, I've been watching you nearly 3 years. Wow, awesome. Oh my God, that's amazing. Thank you. Thank you very much, Dan. That is amazing. Thank you, mate. Thank you very much. Sorry, let's catch up with, sorry, what other people are saying. You are on, yeah, sorry, blah, blah, bleep, 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 bleep. I said I can see that earlier in the chat regarding what you said about normally offensive BO being familiar. Yes, no, sorry, and I saw that, Sandra. Apologies, please. It's not that I'm ignoring you or anything like that. It's not. It's like, I mean, obviously, luckily for me, I mean, there's only 6 people watching anyway, sort of thing. How many of those are actually commenting? I'm not sure exactly. I guess there's only about 3 of you are actually commenting. And so the brain won't work. The comment feed isn't going up the side like really quick, like I've seen with some live streams or with some YouTubers. It's like, how the heck do they keep up with it? Because like it's going fast, so going past so fast, it's like you can't keep up with it. So it's not like that for me, obviously, but still, you know, I'm trying to sort of like, on the one hand, have a conversation with you, but on the second hand, I'm trying to like obviously catch what you guys are saying. So apologies if I do miss something. I'm feel free, like Sandra's just done, feel free just to remind me, just, you know, say, oh, by the way, I said blah blah blah, and that's perfectly fine, no problem at all. And like I say, so apologies if I do miss anything. I did see that comment and I did mean, or at least I thought I'd responded to it, but sorry if I didn't. And yeah, and if you need further clarification, just ask. You know what I mean? Because again, the thing is that all I can go by is what's written at the side here, what's going up on the comments, and like it's not like having a normal conversation, a two-way conversation with somebody. Do you know what I mean? Where you know, obviously, you're getting feedback in an immediate way, if you see what I mean. So sorry. I hope that didn't sound too long-winded and too whatever. All right. Sorry. I wanted to be clear in my message because I can see how it would not make. Gotcha. Out of context. I will have to. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, no, and it's funny because I did actually get what you said. Actually, I did when you said it. Which now you say I've forgotten what the comment was again. Oh my God, sorry. Bear with me. So you don't have to write it again, you see. So just bear with me 1 second. Yeah, you said I can see that. I did get that, and I understood what you were saying when you were, because we were talking about that smell that had hit me, sort of thing. So yeah, sorry, cool. Yeah, so sorry. Now I've completely forgot what I was saying again. Oh boy. What the heck was I just talking about? Oh no, never mind. Sorry, cup of tea time for a second. Sorry. Oh my God. All this talking is making me thirsty. Right. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. There was something we were talking about, and it's come completely out of my head. Oh boy. Never mind. I do find that rather frustrating though, because it's like there's a part of my head going like, yeah, but we were talking about something. What the heck was it? Yeah, okay. So the other thing I did want, again, like I said, I've said this a couple of times now in the live stream. because I do want to mention this to you. Oh, homeless burgers. Oh, that was it. That was it. Yes. Yeah, those homeless burgers were absolutely gorgeous, actually. And like I said, it really was like a little. To me, it was like a little miracle. Do you know what I mean? It was like a little feast. Like I said, it's quite amazing. But before I forget, I must reiterate this because to me this is really serious, and it's on the same issue as what we're just talking about in terms of the homeless burgers or whatever, homelessness in general. I've left a link now. I don't know if you guys can see it now or whether you'll have to wait till the end of the live stream. I don't know. I'm guessing that you can just scroll up to the top of your comment feed. I'm assuming, and I've left a link near to the top of there of this film. Now, I've been sharing it on all my social media, on my Facebook, on my Twitter page. I've been sending it to everybody that I know, everybody that I work with in the homeless field. I've been sending it everywhere because, guys, this film, my cousin Louise sent me a link this morning via Twitter of this movie. Yes, we can scroll up and see it. See the link, Paul. Cool. Because please, guys, go and check it out. It's incredible. It is the most powerful film I've seen ever about homelessness. And you know, there's a trailer. It's about a minute and a half long. But there's another one that I've just discovered, and that link will also take you to the actor's own YouTube page, and he's got other videos about the film on there that'll tell you more about it and stuff. Oh man, it's incredible. It's seriously, and so I'm sorry if I'm whittering on about it so much, but man. And I watched that second one, and it made me cry. That's why I was late doing the stream. Actually, I was actually late starting the stream because it actually really hit me hard. The second one particularly, because there's a scene in it where the guy sees his mum after 10 years. He runs away when he's 14, and it's all down to a domestic abuse and what happens to his mother. And it's hard to say for certain exactly because you're only getting clips of, you know, in the trailer, you're just seeing particular shots, and so therefore it's difficult to exactly work out just exactly what's happened and what is happening. But obviously you'll get that once the full movie is finished, because the movie's not finished yet, the film's not finished yet. But please, guys, go and check it out and share it everywhere. It's a crowdfunding film as well, so I presume they still need people to come and help them, you know, financially back it and stuff and what have you. So share it with anybody you know, anybody that might be able to help in any way, sort of thing, please. It's amazing. It is the way this guy has done this film, for me, is like, whoa. Do you know what I mean? This is going to blow people away. This is going to be something, I'm telling you. This isn't going to be no little flipping backdoor movie that, like, you know, nobody, man, and it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. No way. Anyway, sorry, guys. I'm passionate. You know what I mean? I'm passionate about that particular subject in particular. Do you know what I mean? Because I care so much about it, and I really do. And particularly in this day and age. And it's funny, do you know, I was just looking then for at least a split second, I had 11 viewers. And then I can't start talking about this, and all of a sudden we're down to 6 again. It's like, wow, what's the matter with people, man? It's like homelessness. It's a real freaking issue, man. It's a real issue. It's a serious issue. And it can affect anybody at any time, and particularly more so in this world that we're living in at the moment. And if people don't want to listen to somebody talking about an amazing film that's all about that subject that is incredible, then I don't know. Well, you know, and anyway, this isn't, you know, I've just said earlier on, I put it out there for you guys as well. I'm not going to dictate the conversation either. Do you know what I mean? If you guys want to ask a question, or if you want to pose a topic that we could talk about, more than happy for you to do that. So anyway, I'm going on. Why apologize? Yeah. No, absolutely. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Absolutely right. I remember an interview you did with a gentleman called Robin Johnson. Yeah. A few years ago, when you explained that in Manchester Town, the homeless huddled down warm alleyways to keep warm. Yeah. No, absolutely. I was telling that was another amazing little story actually. One time when I was, because that's where I spent most of my homelessness, in Manchester, and I don't know, I can't remember what time of the year it was off the top of my head, but I sat back then. It's not like that now actually, because they put like a load of things around in that. I don't think the homeless can actually go down that side street anymore. Not, at least not to sleep and to hang around like we used to. But anyway, back then, because the Chinese restaurants would stay open till about 3 in the morning or whatever, and you had these blowers, or fans, you know what I mean, where the hot air would blow out, and it was also greasy and smelly, and you know what I mean, what have you, but it was warm. Do you know what I mean? That was the thing. Anyway, so one night I sat on one of the oil drums there. And when I say oil, I don't mean like as in crude oil. I mean like cooking oil. So I sat on one of these little things, and I was sat near the heater. And during the day, I'd seen at least, and I'm going to say off the top of my head, 20 people. It might have been less than that, but it was definitely double figures, easily, of homeless people bedding down in the full length of that little alley. And it's only a small alley. It's not like really, really long. Do you know what I mean? It's only a small, narrow little alley. And but anyway, I'm going to say around about 20 people got their head down, sleeping down there. And there was these two people, and they were obviously well-to-do, because of the way they were both dressed. He was wearing a tuxedo, do you know what I mean? The full flipping regalia. She was wearing like a ballroom gown dress or whatever. She had like a pearl necklace on, this, that, and the other. And like they were completely oblivious. And it was just such a surreal moment for me, because like there's me, homeless dude, sat on this oil drum. They didn't even see me. Do you know what I mean? And I'm sat in plain sight, and they didn't even see me. Now, okay, fair enough. They were pretty tipsy. You could tell they were fairly kind of drunk. They were sort of staggering about a little bit, but they obviously had a good time or whatever, and still having a good time. But they were going down that alley carefree, without a care in the world. Like, you know, the world was their oyster, having such a good, lovely, lovely time or whatever. And I was watching them, and I was thinking to myself, flipping heck, you have got no idea, absolutely no idea. There's 20 people sleeping in this little alleyway, and you've got no clue that there's people there. You're just walking down there completely oblivious in your own little world, and you don't have a clue. Do you know what I mean? And to me, it was just such a surreal scene. Do you know what I mean? Because to me, that alleyway represented dirt, squalor, deprivation, and all the rest of it. And then to see these two people that looked like they came out of a flipping, I don't know, glossy magazine or something. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? And they were so well dressed, and you know, had money dripping off them. Like, you know what I mean? Oh look, we're down to 4 people now. Flipping heck. What is the homeless subject some sort of like taboo subject or something? And nobody's told me, or what? I mean, flipping heck. Sorry. On the cooking oil drums. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I am very much enjoying his stories on this topic. Anyone else? 100% with you, Sandra. Yep. Sorry, it went quiet, Paul. I was just quickly checking out a haunted. Oh wow, haunted jail in Ireland. Wicklow Jail. Oh my god, that place looks spooky. Ooh, wow, sounds spooky. Oh my god. Why is my camera moving? What the heck? Wait. Oh, maybe it was me. Wow, that was weird. My camera just seemed to be going doing. Did anybody see that then? It was probably me because I was leaning over one eye like that. So maybe. What the? Was that me? No, I mean that was really bouncing up and down then. It's probably just me. Yeah, sorry. I would love to help the homeless in some way. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's fairly easy, essentially, Dave. I mean, there's lots of ways you can do it. I mean, I'm not sure what part of the country are you in? Because I'm not too sure whether I mean, if you're in London, then your house is haunted. Oh God. Do you know, it's funny you say that, right? Because a part of me would kind of really like that. There's a part of me kind of like, I want it to be haunted. But then, of course, there's another part of me is like, no way. Do you know what I mean? Especially if it got really freaky or something and really like dodgy or whatever. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, no, there's a part of me would love it. Do you know what I mean? There'd be a part of me like, I'd be, you know, I'd be doing. If any spooky stuff started happening in this house, what do you think I'm going to grab? The first thing I'm grabbing is this. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, flipping it, what the heck's going on here? No, quick, film it, film it. You know what I mean? It's like, whoa, yeah, of course I'd love it. But a little bit, like I say, I guess the sensible part of me would be like, maybe not. You know, because we got to live here. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I don't want to get driven out of my home. Oh, you're in Scotland, mate. Right, cool. So I must admit, I don't know whether they have Crisis at Christmas up there. So as long as it's a friendly ghost. Yeah, exactly. Hello, Casper. Yeah, if Casper's about, yeah, that's absolutely fine. But yeah, no, definitely. You know what I mean? I mean, I don't want anything negative or evil or anything. You know what I mean? No, thank you very much. But yeah. I mean, the part of me would kind of like something spooky to be happening. Oh no, the chat's disappeared. Yeah, something spooky's just happened. The chat's disappeared. Dun dun dun. Oh God. I must admit though, I do find it rather the way the watch count keeps going up and down, up and down. It's like, I don't know. Anyway, you see, excuse me. I think basically I need to get used to how this thing works properly anyway. Do you know what I mean? Because like, you know, maybe my expectations are a little bit too high, or were the earlier on, because like, you know, the thing is that I was saying to Lynn, because Lynn and maybe one other person, I think it was, uh, but Lynn essentially was the only person here and talking to me for at least a good, I can't say exactly, but I'm gonna say around about 20 minutes. Might have been a bit longer, maybe a bit shorter, but about 20 minutes. And it was just me and Lynn. And it was one of them where kind of like I'm drying up and I'm kind of like, I don't know what to say, don't know what to talk about. Uh, and I felt a little bit disappointed at first because I'm thinking like, you know, I've tried to make this a regular thing. So it's 6 o'clock every Monday. Uh, and I was hoping by now that a lot of people, especially my regulars and what have you, were kind of like, oh, yeah, it's nearly 6 o'clock, time for Paul, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then, like I said, you know, there's just me and Lynn for about 20 minutes. And I'm kind of like, great. So what do we talk about? And like, and it was just, I was just getting a bit frustrated. And I was kind of like thinking, oh man, it's kind of like, you know, I was hoping it will evolve over time. But yeah, I think my expectations are just too, what's the name? Sorry. Um, that's just me. Oh boy. Yes. Anywho, I'm fashionably late. I love that. Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah. No, and that's fine. Do you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. I mean, and again, and you'll catch it what I said earlier on anyway, if you watch a bit of this back later on. Do you know what I mean? I was saying then that obviously I'm not trying to sort of like say to you, you must watch my live stream. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, you know, I wouldn't dream of saying or that at all. Do you know what I mean? I mean, obviously, it's entirely up to yourselves. It was just that, like, because I think it was partly because I just watched that trailer of that homeless film, like I said, and I was quite emotional actually, because, like I said, the thing is, there's a scene in it where he sees his mum for the first time in 10 years, and she doesn't recognize him at first. He was 14 when he runs away from home because of what happened to his mum or whatever. And then 10 years later, when he's a grown man, essentially 24 years old, whatever, and he comes back and he sees her in the street, and obviously he recognizes her, but she doesn't immediately recognize him. And then there's this moment where eventually she, you know, you can see that the recognition is finally starting to dawn on her. And it's just such a powerful emotional moment. And at first she's kind of like lashing out at him, I guess, because she must have, I guess she had no idea whether he was alive or dead or whatever. And I can't imagine what it must be like for a parent to lose a child. I can't even begin to imagine, do you know what I mean? And what they must go through. And anyway, the thing is that, like, again, I was in that situation. I hadn't seen my mum. My mum left when I was 4 years old. I didn't see my mum until 10 years later when I was 14. Now, granted, at the time I wasn't homeless, so those circumstances were different. But the thing is, I hadn't seen my mum for 10 years. And so seeing that scene and how they ended up embracing and so forth and whatever, whoa, man, that just hit me like you wouldn't believe. Do you know what I mean? So that was partly why I was late starting the live stream as well. And when I did start the live stream, I was quite emotional, to be quite honest, and I was trying to try and compose myself, to be quite honest, because obviously I'm trying to do a live stream for you guys, and it's like they come to a live stream and there's me sobbing in the corner. Do you know what I mean, sort of thing. So, but yeah, flipping heck. It's quite a powerful film. Sorry, we lost the brain's gone. We've lost the comment stream again. Sorry, it's disappeared again for some reason. I don't know why it does that. It's very odd. Okay, cool. We're back. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up where we are. Perhaps better advertising. I didn't know. Oh, okay. I mean, I did initially. I put it on my Facebook, on my Twitter, and I did put a thing on here as well. Admittedly, I did do that last week, but okay, I'll try and find a better way of doing it. I'll definitely try and find a better way of doing it. Don't take it personally. Things take time to catch up. No, granted. And I totally get that, Sandra, honestly. As I said, the thing is, hang on, sorry, what? Also, where I live, it is 2 p.m. I'd quite a few people working and unable to watch being a Monday. Right, so, okay, as I said to you guys, that's the other thing. If this time and day is really difficult for you, again, please let me know. Because like I say, this isn't set in stone. I'm not saying it's going to definitely be Monday, 6 p.m. I only set that as a sort of, thought that was a reasonable time and day, whatever. But like I say, I'll try and work around it so that it's more convenient for people at a different day, different time, whatever. I will do my utmost to try and be as accommodating as I possibly can. Absolutely. You know what I mean? Because the whole point of the live stream is so that I can interact with you guys and that you guys can interact with each other. And like we did last week, I think we had a fantastic time last week. I think I certainly did. I hope you guys did. Sorry, excuse me. So yeah, like I say, I'm more than happy to swap around times, swap around days, if it's helpful and useful to people. Definitely. Paul, you come on at 12 noon here in the US. Oh, right, okay. But I guess it also varies from state to state. I guess perhaps because Sandra's saying that it's 2 p.m. where she is. So yeah, I guess it's gonna vary. I suppose. So or 1 p.m. in the US if I'm the Eastern Standard Time Zone. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? Isn't it funny how there's all these different, like you've got Eastern Standard, you've got GMT, which is that Greenwich Mean Time, I think. Oh, there's so many different ones, isn't there? I haven't got a clue half the time. But yeah, I mean, it's funny how there's all these different time things and time zones and stuff. And yeah. But ultimately, I think the thing is, that what is best for as many people. Obviously, I'm never going to be able to please everybody. Obviously, do you know what I mean? It's just going to be impossible. But I'm gonna. Yes, GMT is that. Yeah, thanks, Sandra. Yeah, you know, so I say I'll do my utmost to try and maybe we do this together. Like I say, we do this together. We all put our heads together and we all try and help each other out. And we all try to figure out what is the best time for the majority of the people. Because obviously, like I say, we're never going to be able to get it down 100% where we satisfy everybody's needs and everybody's situation. Do you know what I mean? But as best we can to try and get it so that the majority of you guys can watch with relative ease or whatever you want to call it. 7:17. So sorry, Dan, is that the time you're saying is now, or yeah? I like this time to watch you. Okay, that's cool. Thank you, Sherry. Cool. So yeah, this is good. Let me know, guys, what works best for you. And like I say, I will try my best to try and work it so that everybody gets a chance to join in the live stream and what have you, sort of thing. As you can appreciate, it's not always that simple or easy either. I mean, the other thing is, again, if I manage to get this iPhone thing or whatever, or whatever the flipping phone is, you know, it might make it easier for me then, and make it a bit more flexible to be able to do live streams. Because at the moment, obviously, the only place I can do it is here in my house, and so there are going to be times when I can't physically be here anyway. Do you know what I mean? Because either I'm at work or I'm out vlogging or whatever sort of thing. So you know, there's going to be, you know, that's the thing. I'm tied to doing a live stream here. Whereas, like, if I had an iPhone or something, then if I'm out vlogging at one day or whatever, and perhaps I could just give you guys a quick heads up, or maybe say like, oh, this Saturday I'm going out to do a video. I'm going to X and Y and Z, and maybe at 12 o'clock in the afternoon that day, I'm going to be live streaming. Do you know what I mean? So at least then you guys get a heads up, and you can either watch or not watch it if you can, if you can't. But it gives us a bit more flexibility. Do you know what I mean? So that like everybody gets a chance to try and chip in on the live stream line. So okay, okay, right. Yeah, start time in US is 1 p.m., 12 p.m., 11 p.m., and 10 a.m. Okay, cool. Oh, the feeds disappeared again. Sorry, folks. Just in the middle of reading that and all, and it disappears. Come back. Oh, great. Oh, Billy. Just talk amongst yourselves. Oh, that joke's going to get old quick, isn't it? Oh, that's another thing, you know. I mean, obviously, I ain't no comedian. And I certainly ain't giving up my day job to become one. But I like a sense of humor, and I love humor, and humor for me is it's a really important tool, and it's a really important outlet and so forth, and I think it's just good medicine all around. I love humor, and you know, so but the thing is, I'm just not very I'm not witty necessarily, and I'm not very good at doing jokes, and I'm not quick-witted in that sense. You know what I mean? I'm not like, you know, I can't come up with a quick report, not report, whatever you call it, response back, whatever. So, you know, there was a reason why I was saying all that, and it's now completely gone out of my head. You got to talk nicer to yourself, but my friend. Oh, okay. Right. Okay. I love watching homeless makeover. Oh, I've never seen that before. Jason McDonald. Hi, Jason. Why are you so hyped? Because this is how I am normally. This is me. this is me as I am. So yeah, this is how I am normally. Anyway, um, so yeah, what was it? Sorry, you wouldn't say those things to me. Do you know? I have, to be quite honest. Sorry, Sandra, I've kind of lost what we were talking about there because I obviously I've said something and I've because I probably say it to myself all the time and I didn't seem out of the ordinary for me to say, but I don't know. Sorry, I've completely missed what that was. Sorry. I love watching homeless makeover videos. One man in Spain was locally known as Gandhi. After a haircut and new smart clothing, he honestly looked like a top-end model. The locals were in disbelief. Oh, I don't think I've ever seen those. I'll have to check that out. Oh, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. I got you. I got you. And good at this. Oh, okay. Thanks. It's like I love humor. Humor's good, man. It's a healthy thing. Sandra, who is this guy? Who's Jason McDonald anyway? Hey, Jason, who are you? Oh boy. Yeah. Presumably you know Sandra then. Who are you, lad? Oh boy. Yeah. But yeah, humor. I think humor is a good thing because, like I said, I'm not the quickest off the mark necessarily, but I love quippy stuff. That's why I love the banter at work as well. Do you know what I mean? Some of the stuff that comes across from some of those guys sometimes is hilarious. I'm anime watcher. I'm an anime watcher. Oh, okay. Sandra, he is Paul Ashton, our good friend and London guide. Dear Lord, not anime. He's a very interesting YouTuber. Yeah. So, like I said, humor is a good thing. So sorry, just let me have a quick swig. Yeah. Okay, folks. So, anybody got any other questions or got any top burning topics you want to talk about, or because I must admit I'm kind of like I don't know what. I mean, like I said, I did write down a couple of things. Oh, and that was the other thing as well. I might as well mention now whilst I'm at it. If there's any abandoned places that you guys know of that I could probably get access to, because, like I said, the thing is that I've been checking out online loads of places, and either they're being redeveloped or they're too far away for me to get to. Or like the thing is they're locked up tighter than a flipping drum and I can't, there's no way I can get into them, no way I can get access. So I was just thinking if you guys can, whilst you're pottling about on your internet and what have you, and if you happen to stumble across anything, just give us a nod. Dragonaut Warrior's also watching this. He's just not saying anything. Oh, okay, cool. No problem. That's cool. You don't have to necessarily chip in if you don't want to. It's perfectly fine. Yeah. So So if you can check out, or if you happen to hear, or somewhere or whatever, just give us a nod. And then of course the other thing that I did have written down, and I was thinking do you know what I mean? I'm thinking perhaps not now. But was of course quantum physics. Because that subject I love that subject. That is such a fascinating, amazing subject. It really is. So, but I think I guess really, I don't know. Maybe it's not the thing to be chatting about right now. But anyway, your homelessness topic was awesome. Thanks for sharing. No, yeah, absolutely. Like I say, that film is definitely worth checking out, guys. It's I was just talking about quantum physics. Really? Who with? Just out of curiosity. I'm curious. Please chat about it. Please chat about it. Well, I mean, flipping heck. No, it is a fascinating subject, though. I mean, like, so, for instance, let me think. Yeah, so one thing, superposition. So an atom can be in a thing called superposition. So, and the one of the properties of that at the moment, and something that they're actually experimenting with, and they've actually built a couple of them so far. I forget where they are. I think one's in America, definitely, but I can't remember where exactly it is. And other companies and other people can come along and use it. Of course, I think they have to pay to use it. Do you know what I mean? But essentially, it's the size. I don't know. It's about the size of my room, roughly. This, and it's a quantum computer. And it's because of the unique property that atoms have in this thing called superposition. And basically, it means that, and they're very, very crude. They're very basic. They're literally like computers that would have been built like back in the flipping, what was it? When we were, what, 40s, 50s, something like that. You know, when computers were literally the size of a room, sort of thing, before we could have them in our hand as a phone. Do you know what I mean? So these quantum computers are kind of at that stage at the moment, sort of thing. But they reckon once they get these quantum computers up and running, sort of thing, in a proper way, that the amount of calculations they can do, they could make. So there's a computer knocking about somewhere. Again, I'm not sure where it is. It's called Deep Blue, and it's supposed to be one of the most, like, you know, top supercomputers you can get. Do you know what I mean? This thing can do calculations that, do you know what I mean? Just beyond whatever you can imagine, sort of thing. And yet, a quantum computer could make that thing look like a pocket calculator. Do you know what I mean? I mean, quantum computers, apparently, from what they're saying, can completely revolutionize this world completely. Do you know what I mean? But the thing with that, in terms of the superposition, basically, to illustrate that, there's a thing called Schrodinger's cat. Now, Schrodinger was a nuclear physicist back in the day, and he did a thought experiment. And it literally was just a thought experiment, you know, so nobody would ever actually dream of doing this. But basically, you have a cat in a box, and also inside the box, you have like, you know, you'll have some sort of element, sort of emitting atoms. So the atom could be anything really, essentially, because usually you use the most basic, which being hydrogen. So you have an hydrogen atom that gets released, and that triggers the release of cyanide. Now, and it goes back to the measurement problem, like I said, with you ask a physicist, you go up to a physicist, nuclear physicist, or, you know, a physicist in general, whatever, and you go up to them and say, like, can you tell me about the measurement problem? And you watch their face go white. Do you know what I mean? It's the one subject that physicists really struggle around, because there's this thing where in physics, and quantum physics, is where you can't measure an atom, you can't measure its speed, and you can't measure where it is at the same time. You can only do one or the other. And the very act of observing it, and when I say observing it, obviously you don't observe it with the naked eye, because obviously it's way too small. You observe it through the instrumentation that you're measuring it with. And as soon as you do that, the atom then takes up one position or the other. Either you end up measuring its speed, or you measure where it actually is. Do you know what I mean? And you know, so you can't do both at the same time. It's impossible. And this is part of that superposition thing. And so the Schrodinger's cat in the box thing is that until you lift that lid up and actually observe whether the cat is alive or dead, the cat is both alive and dead at the same time. And that's just mind blowing. It's like what? No, that's impossible. That can't be. You know what I mean? But when you go down to the quantum level, all the normal laws of physics go completely out the window. That's what's so fascinating about it. I mean, even Einstein couldn't get his head around it. Do you know what I mean? He said Because there's another thing called quantum entanglement. And quantum entanglement basically means, and this is another mind-blowing thing, just blew my mind completely, is that you can get an atom. So again, we'll use the basic of atoms. So a hydrogen atom. So we've got an hydrogen atom here. Let's supposing there's a hydrogen atom sat right here, right in the middle of this screen here, just there. There's a hydrogen atom sat there, and it's spinning clockwise. Yeah, so there's the atom just doing its thing, minding its own business, spinning around, going around, around, around. And then we've got a twin atom, sort of like, I don't know, so we've got the Milky Way galaxy. So let's think of another galaxy. I don't know. I'm trying to think of one off the top of my head, and I can't. By the way, the chat's disappeared again. So sorry. I find that very distracting when it does that. Just leaves a blank screen there, and I can't. You know what I mean? And it's like I'm so used to seeing the chat there, and now there's just a blank screen. It does my head in. So you've got this other atom in Beetlejuice or something or whatever. I don't know. I know there is a galaxy with a very, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but there is a galaxy. I think it's Beetlejuice or something, but I can't. Anyway, whatever it is. So you got another galaxy literally billions of light years away from us, right? And you've got this hydrogen atom here, let's say this little hydrogen atom, it's doing its thing there, yeah, and it's spinning clockwise. And then he's got his twin billions of light years away, right? And so then you go to observe the atom and you change so that it is now no longer spinning clockwise. It'll now spin, say, anti-clockwise. The atom, billions of light years away, will start spinning in the opposite direction because there's this thing called quantum entanglement where the two atoms, for whatever reason, and they don't know yet, they don't know why, they don't understand the process, but they know it's actually happens because they've actually replicated it in laboratory conditions. They've actually done it in a laboratory. They've actually performed this experiment in a laboratory. So they know 100% that it's an actual real phenomenon, that it actually really happens. But they don't understand why, and they don't understand the process and what causes it. And it's just mind-blowing. It's fascinating. What's even more mind-blowing is the fact that the chat isn't come back, and it's now really annoying me because I have no idea what you guys are saying. Right, cool. It's like saying explain neuroscience, the brain, to a biologist. They turn white because it's one of the most, yeah, no, you're absolutely right, Dan, areas of science ever. Oh, absolutely. They really still are fumbling around in the dark when it comes to the brain. Fair enough, they've got a fair bit of knowledge about it and this and the other and so forth, but yeah, they're still only scratching the surface on it. It's amazing. My brain hurts, but I'm determined to learn. Keep going. Oh, flipping Alexandra. Don't worry, you're in good company. Einstein's brain hurt over this subject. It's seriously, do you know what I mean? He was famously quoted one time as saying that quantum entanglement is spooky happenings at a distance. He battled with this right up to the time when he died. He could not reconcile classical physics with quantum physics. It drove him nuts. Do you know what I mean? And you ask, I mean, there's another famous quote. I don't know if it was Schrodinger himself or one of the other greats of physics was once quoted saying, "If you understand quantum physics, then you've completely missed the point," or something like that. I may have misquoted it actually, but essentially, because even they don't fully get it. Like I said, it's mind-blowing. They don't understand a lot of the processes. There's another thing called quantum tunneling. Get this is really fascinating, right? Atoms sometimes, in certain circumstances, and I think there's certain atoms, there's some atoms that can't do this. There's a thing where it's called quantum tunneling, where they can literally go through solid objects or solid things, you know what I mean? Where the atom, instead of going around or over it or whatever, it'll go right the way through it without even disturbing it. And that particular thing, and Dave, if you're still with us, Dave, I know you haven't commented for a little while, but Dave, if you're still with us, this links to me back to the paranormal, yeah, because I suspect, and this is just my little silly pet theory, I have no way of proving this. I have no idea. I'm probably talking from, what's the name, but the thing is, it makes me wonder, because of this quantum tunneling thing, but also the quantum entanglement and so forth and what have you. And just because of the nature of quantum physics and the way the physical laws break down completely, like I said, and it's like, even the physicists, like I say, they just, it blows their heads. Do you know what I mean? Even they struggle with it. And so the thing is, it makes me wonder if some of the paranormal, I don't know if all of it or whatever, but maybe like poltergeist activity, stuff like that, maybe it's something to do with the quantum level. Do you know what I mean? And quantum interaction in some way. Do you know what I mean? Because I think about it, because, like, again, the human brain can be affected by magnetic fields. If you've got and again, they've done experiments, and this was back in the 70s when they did these experiments, and they'd have people sat in like an isolation booth, and what they would do is they'd put this like helmet on them, and in the helmet was these very strong electromagnetic magnets, and they would turn these magnets on, and they would wear like goggles or whatever, and so essentially they'd be isolated in this, like, almost like sensory deprivation room, almost, sort of thing. Not quite, because they were sat in a physical chair, so they got sensation of being seated or whatever. But apart from that, sound, sight, and all the rest of it was all blocked off. But they had these big helmets on, and these magnets were turned on, and the people started reporting seeing things. They reported hearing voices. They reported all manner of like hallucination stuff and this, that, and the other. And so, if magnetic fields can do that to a human being, then it makes me wonder, like, what maybe the quantum level can do, and this quantum tunneling stuff, and maybe, like I said before, like, people interact with these energy fields, and then they like subconsciously project what they want to see. So if they've been dying to see a ghost or a cup move or whatever, maybe, and this is just my supposition, I'm not saying that this is actual fact. I have no way of saying that this is actual fact or real, but maybe we're projecting our own thoughts and feelings and emotions onto this blank energy, if you like. This energy is just there, it's formless, it's whatever, and then subconsciously we create that poltergeist activity, we create that ghostly knocking, whatever. Now, again, it's just my little pet theory, and I've no way of proving it, but I don't know. I just find it really fascinating all the same. Anyway, let me try and catch up with what you guys are saying. Oh, hi, Ruth. Hi, Ruth. Hello. Sorry I'm late. My mind is overloaded again. We'll have to read past comments later. Yeah, cool. No problem. Don't worry. It's absolutely fine. We've kind of covered this earlier on anyway, a little bit. So don't worry. Don't worry. It's fine. You'll have to say all of that over again at some point. Oh my God, really? I'm not even sure I'll be able to remember half of it. Now, I probably remember a lot of it, but I mean, because, like, I love it. I love the subject. It fascinates me. There is a spacecraft we sent into space that contains 160 photos of humanity and a music tape. It travels at 3,600. Hang on, wait, sorry. 36,000 miles an hour, and takes 17,000 years to travel 1 light year. Hopefully, other life finds it. Yeah, I think, wasn't that the Voyager, or one of the Voyagers? Because I think there's two, isn't there? There's Voyager 1, Voyager 2. So if I'm not mistaken, that's Voyager that you're talking about. Yeah. I mean, God knows exactly whereabouts they are now. I don't even know if they still track them or not. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Voyager. Yeah, there's two of them, Dan. There's Voyager 1, Voyager 2. So, yeah, there's definitely two of them out there. So, yeah, yeah, that is pretty mind blowing and all. And did you know that when Carl Sagan, I don't know if you know Carl Sagan, some of my younger viewers may not know who Carl Sagan is, but Carl Sagan, when it got, when, I don't know if it was Voyager 1 or 2, but when one of them got to the edge of the limits of our solar system, I believe, I'm pretty sure that's round about where it was, I think, not 100% exactly. But he got them to turn, he said to NASA and he said to the what's it, look, I want you guys to turn the camera around and I want you to take a picture of us, you know what I mean, of the Earth from that perspective. And that's a famous photograph now. That's a really iconic photograph. And literally, it's like, do you know, like when you look up the sky at nighttime, you see a pinpoint of light and you see it as a star? That's what the Earth looks like from the Voyager spacecraft. And that was back in the 70s. Wait. I think it was back sometime in the 70s, I think. Maybe early 80s. I can't quite remember. But around about late 70s, early 80s, when that picture was taken. And like I said, it literally, the Earth looks like a tiny little pinprick in the distance. Do you know what I mean? It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing to see the Earth like that. But yeah, on the other hand, people send garlic bread into space and he went lads. Yeah, I know, Dan. Have you seen that? I've got to tell you about there's this guy, right? Stevie Jacko. He's on YouTube. He's one of my subscribers. Lovely guy. He does a lot of comedy stuff. And I really, really like his stuff. Some of it's a little bit close to the bone, a little bit sometimes. It's a little bit like, I'm not sure if that's really good. Do you know what I mean? But that's just my opinion. And everybody's entitled to their opinion. So some of his stuff makes me squirm and makes me feel a bit uncomfortable. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not sure about that. But there is a lot of other stuff that he's done that is fantastic, and I love it, and he's hilarious. And he does like he does these like karaoke what's things, but he does like, so he'll like do Elvis, or he'll do what's our Tom Jones. He'll do Tom Jones or whatever, and he'll sound just like them. I mean, not like absolutely spot on, but you know, he'll sound like the person that he's impersonating, and but he does it in a funny way, and he'll do it out in the street. So it's like a karaoke pub there, or there's a pub there with karaoke, and he'll come outside. And he'll be doing it in the street. He'll have one of these like wireless microphone things or whatever, and he'll be wandering, and he'll get all made up in these silly costumes and stuff. He's brilliant. I love him. Absolutely, he's fantastic. And he's got loads of these WhatsApp. Anyway, I'm completely squirrel. So to bring it back to what you were saying, there was a famous what's name where, well, say famous. I mean, there's this thing where they sent up a meat pie with a camera on one of these helium balloon things or whatever. You know, these ones go into space, and they sent this helium balloon up, and obviously it explodes when it gets to a certain height. You know, virtually just a touch in space. But there's a camera on it, like I say, and then it drops all the way down to the Earth. Anyway, he took some of the footage of that, right? Put it in one of his videos. And then right at the end of that, you see him and you see this pie. You know, it's not the actual pie, obviously, from the one where they sent it to space. But this pie lands in this field, right? And obviously it's him. He's done his own whatever. Do you know what I mean? How he's done that bit, I don't know. But anyway, this pie lands in the field, right? And you see him running. And he does it like, I don't know if you remember Benny Hill. You know, when they speed up the what's him, and you see a person in the distance and they're getting nearer and nearer to the camera, but they're kind of like, you know, and it looks hilarious. And then he finally gets to the meat pie and he's looking around like this as if to say, is anybody watching? And the next minute he grabs the pie and stuffs it in his mouth and eats it. It's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious. Oh dear. So I know Carl. Carl? Sorry? Carl. Wait a minute. Stevie Jacko, Carl. Now you're puzzling me. Just look. Oh, sorry. Just took a book that he wrote out of the library. I ended. Oh, sorry. Penny just dropped. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry, Sandra. The penny just dropped then. That took me a minute. Just took a book that he wrote out of the library. I ended up just looking at the photos. Oh, fair enough. I don't blame you. Flipping heck. And because some of those photos in some of those books are stunning. In fact, I've got a couple. I'll show you in a minute. I tried. That sounds brilliant, Paul. I have seen that. Oh, sorry. Have you seen and what's your opinion on the new film on Freddie Mercury and Queen coming out called Bohemian Rhapsody? If you are a Queen fan, it looks brilliant. Actually, I had no idea about that, Dan. I have no idea. I'll check it out. Definitely, I'll give it a check out. I mean, I wasn't a big fan, but I do like some of their music. Obviously, I mean, you know, I guess when you think about it, who doesn't necessarily like some of their music? Because, like, you know, obviously they're quite an iconic, or were quite an iconic band, and you know, their music was, some of it was absolutely stunning and amazing. Yeah. But I wasn't necessarily a big fan or anything necessarily. But yeah, I'll definitely check that out. Let me just grab one of those books a minute, because you know those pictures are flipping stunning. Hang on. So this isn't Carl Sagan, but these are just a couple of the books. Now this one is Space Cam, and this is like a NASA book. But these are pictures from the from Hubble telescope, but also from brain's not working. From the rover on Mars, and from oh my God, look at that. Which one is this? Do you know? I can't see which one that is. Look at that. I mean, I know that's Saturn, but I'm not sure what that one is. That could be Jupiter, but maybe it's Jupiter. But look at that, folks. Oh, that is awesome, man. That is so amazing. And there's Saturn, of course. But yeah, I mean, these books are really heavy, actually. So it's really difficult to manipulate, particularly that one. This one's a bit better because it's not hardback, but it's still really heavy. But some of the pictures in these books are stunning. Oh, mind you, this one's a bit more like perhaps the Carl Sagan one, actually. There's more writing than pictures. But still, no, I love all this stuff. I do. See, look, it's heavy. It's really heavy. Now, that says back to front to me. Obviously, it's reversed in my, not saying so, but I'm assuming that you guys can see that it says universe on it. Oh, hang on, what's going on? Gotta get going. See ya. All right, Sandra. Take care, love. See you soon. Can't wait to see the film. Seeing clips looks great. Check it out. Yeah, I'll definitely will check it out. Definitely. Bye, Sandra. Bye, Sandra. Goodbye. So, okay, I have no idea who's still with us or who's not. I've got 3 people still. I've got 7 likes, and I've got 3 people still, I think. I'm not 100% on that. Right. Anyway, let me put these books back, because flipping heck, they're heavy, man. These books are seriously heavy. But yeah, they've got some really cool pictures in there, man. Some really seriously cool stuff. I've got a couple of others as well, but I won't bore you with bringing them all out. Yeah. Okay. Oh, we're back to 4 people again. So yeah, it's been interesting, I must admit. So, ooh, wait a minute. There. Oh, I see. Do you know what? Oh, that's weird. That is seriously. What the? Huh? What? Wait a minute. What the heck is going? Hey? No, wait. Can you guys see that that's wobbling about? Can you see the camera moving? Can you guys see that? Oh. Me for sure. Till the end. Huh? Sorry. I was just trying to work out what you guys are saying. I have seen. have you seen any videos on possible planets we could move to in the future, tons of light years away, like Earth or twos? Yeah, there is videos out there. I think there's a couple of, it's doing it again, a couple of NASA videos. Oh, I know what it is. I know what it is. Sorry, folks. The my whatever the heck, cord for my mouse is at the back there, and it's hitting the cord for the camera, and that's what's making it move. I was moving my mouse, and I'm trying to what's them, and all of a sudden I'm seeing the camera shaking. I'm thinking, what the heck? Why is the camera moving like that? Anyway, sorry, folks, got distracted. Yes, there's a ton of videos out there. I've watched a few of them, and they're really, really fascinating because over the last, and again, don't quote me on this because I might have got this wrong slightly, but because numbers isn't my greatest suit. But I believe this, at least in the last 10 years, it might be about 10 years. In the last 10 years, Dan, they have discovered something in the region of 25, and again, don't quote me on that number, but it's at least that, might be more, what they call exoplanets, and I forget how many out of that are actually possibly Earth-like, or in the habitable zone, as they call it. But there's definitely planets out there that are definitely, that they have now discovered, that quite possibly could be very similar to Earth. So, you know, and that's NASA. Like I say, you know, I mean, you can check it out. Probably go to NASA and check it out on their website. It's easy enough. I go on their website periodically. So yeah, you know, you can check that out, and you more than likely find that there is stuff out there that they reckon that, you know, whether that's the thing though, whether we'll be able to actually physically get to them, that's the biggest question of all. You know, it's not so much whether we'll actually find planets, and that's the other thing as well, is again, you know, this is there's a bit of speculation involved in some of this, but also in terms of the conditions for life to evolve. And again, I don't want to get into the semantics with some people where, you know, you start bringing in religion and stuff like this, because, you know, that's just bog us down, and we'll just get bogged down with whatever. But if you stick with science and the possibilities in terms of whether the conditions are right in terms of life to generate on those planets, because the thing is, you know, obviously they still don't fully understand how it worked here. Do you know what I mean? They've got some ideas of how life may have evolved here, but they don't fully know 100%. And you know, the thing is that, like, you know, even with the theories that they do have, not all of them agree. Do you know what I mean? Because some have this particular theory, some have this particular theory. So nobody really knows 100% just exactly how life started here. And so for some people, it's sorry if I'm not responding to the chat, it's because it's disappeared again. By the way, sorry. It just really annoys me, to be quite honest, because you guys might be saying something and I can't respond to you. Yeah, sorry, what was yeah, you know, the probabilities of whether life actually evolves on those planets, you know, because like I say, they kind of, some will say, like, well, it was kind of like random chance and random factors that kind of came in that eventually created us, essentially. You know what I mean? That kind of, you know, we kind of evolved eventually through happenstance and certain conditions coming along at certain times or whatever. And so for those conditions to be exactly replicated on another planet somewhere else, that is probably less likely. So, but the fact that there might be other Earth-like planets out there, but you see, whether life actually like us evolved on it is another matter. Do you know what I mean? So, Anyway, sorry. That is so annoying. Sorry, guys. It just really does pee me off. I don't know why it does it and why it's doing it for so long. Because, like I said, for all I know, you guys are responding to me. You're saying something to me, and I have no way of being able to respond back to you, and it frustrates me. This is so flipping annoying. Oh boy. Come on, man. Wow. Is that a coincidence? Or is somebody monitoring this? And then somebody thought, like, all right, okay. No, it's probably me just being a bit paranoid. But, I mean, flipping heck, that was really spooky. I said, oh, come on, flipping heck, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, comes back on. Just very coincidental. Right, me for sure till the end. Listen, mate, I'm not sure what that means, Ruth. I'm assuming you just mean you're going to stay to the end of the live stream, which... Wait a minute. What time is it, by the way, folks? According to this, I've been live streaming now for nearly 2 hours. But it's only 8 o'clock. Nearly. Huh? 1957. Wait. What? Oh, flipping heck. No, I'm confused now. All my clocks can't be wrong. What the heck? Guys, what time is it? Just in case all my clocks have suddenly, for some reason, spontaneously gone wrong. I have 5 clocks in my house. I've got 2 in my living room, 1 in the kitchen. No, no, I've lost it. 2 here, 1 there, 2 in the bedroom, plus my... No, that's including the alarm clock. Yeah, so that's 5 clocks. I've got 5 clocks in my house. They can't all be wrong, surely. Right, sorry. All the scientists are saying we need to move onto Mars. I'm here like, why on earth would we want to go there? When the sun explodes, Mars will be destroyed too. We need to get the hell out of here. Yeah, Dan, to be quite honest with you, mate, I mean, as young as you are, you don't have to worry about that, mate. Believe me. The sun is a main sequence star. It's halfway through its life cycle. Its life cycle is roughly 10 billion years, billion with a B. It's roughly about 5 billion years old now. And hey up, what's going on here? Well, that flipping heck. Right, hang on. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to work out what's going on here. Wait. We seem to have... right. Okay. Right, so, yeah. Right, hang on. Oops, no. Wait. I'm doing the wrong thing here. Right, wait a minute, guys. Wait a minute. Sorry, folks. We seem to have somebody here that's... Right, hang on. Wait a minute. Yep. Right, okay, folks. Yeah, I suppose we're gonna get this at times. Right, okay. Yeah, give me a second, guys. Because obviously I'm not used to, so give me a second. I'm not sure. Right, hang on. I need to work this out, guys. Give me a second here. Great. Sorry, folks. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to... Give me a second. Right. Okay. So... Right. All right, guys. Yeah, I think I see what's going on here then. Right, I'll do that then. Right. It's virtually all of them. All of these things. Oh, well, right. Okay, folks. Yeah. Yeah. So, okay, Rising Madness. Obviously, you seem to have a very apt name, I guess. And yeah, because we can't. I'm not. I don't know why you think that's kind of funny, I guess. But anyway, I've reported it anyway. So, sorry, but you're welcome to come on the channel and you're welcome to participate if you're going to be sensible and if you're going to be, fine about whatever. But, if you're going to start doing stuff like that, then sorry, mate. Do you know what I mean? That's not what this is about. So, I guess you can go and have your fun somewhere else, because no, and we're not having that. So anyway, yeah, sorry about that, folks. So I've reported it anyway, so I'll just guess to see what happens. But I don't know why people do that. Maybe they get some sort of kick out of it, I guess. But I suppose that's also part of the what's in when you do a live stream. Do you know what I mean? And maybe what I need to do, actually, folks, maybe what I need to do, because obviously I'm not, I am completely new to this live streaming stuff. You know what I mean? And so I guess what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to look into how. I mean, I don't know about is it moderators or something maybe, or I mean, I know you have that on other platforms. I don't know if you have it on this. And then maybe, I mean, I know you can ban people and stuff like that, especially if they're doing stuff like that. And then, well, there's a couple of other things I think, but that completely at the moment escape me. But yeah, I'm just trying to think off the top of my head. Yeah, I'm sure there's something else. There's something where you can set it up so that only a certain, only my subscribers perhaps can join the live stream or something. I don't know. I'm not sure, to be quite honest. I'll have to look into it, because obviously we don't want that. Do you know what I mean? That's not fun. Do you know what I mean? That's not what this is about. This is not. Why do that? Why do that? So I mean, if you want to come along and join in the conversation, if you want to disagree with what I'm saying or whatever, that's fine. Do you know what I mean? I have no problem with somebody coming on saying like, "Well, actually, I don't think that's right," and blah 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 blah, blah whatever. Do you know what I mean? But be polite about it and be civil. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't cost nothing, manners and civility. Do you know what I mean? And I wouldn't think of going on to somebody. I've been on other people's live streams, well, people that I follow anyway, necessarily, not just random live streams. At least, well, I have watched the odd random live stream here and there, person that I'm not necessarily subscribed to. Now, I may have even left a comment, but it certainly wasn't something like that. Do you know what I mean? No way. I'm back. Oh, you missed it, Sandra. We've just had somebody called Rising Madness put a load of very horrible comments and stuff on there. I've reported him anyway. So because at first I just tried to they gave you several options. I think one of the options was actually I can't even remember what the option was. Let me see and find out what the option was again. Right, so you can put the user in the timeout. So I tried doing that at first because, like I say, you see, I'm not opposed to. I mean, sorry, I don't believe in banning people necessarily unless they warrant it. Do you know what I mean? If they actually warrant it, then yeah, fine. Do you know what I mean? But I believe in trying to give people a chance to try and, right, well, this is why I did this, or this is what was happening, or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Give people a chance to try and see if they can explain themselves or whatever, and you know, give them. I'm a big believer in giving people a chance. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to just out and right ban people, because I don't think that's the way forward necessarily. But you know, I tried doing the timeout thing, but I wasn't sure. But again, because I'm not used to this, do you know what I mean? So I wasn't sure if that was actually working or not, because it just seemed to make a lot more comments fly up, to be quite honest, when I did that. Then you got hide the user from this channel. You've got add a moderator. Actually, I didn't really notice that. Add a moderator. Ooh, maybe that's what we should do. Add a moderator. And then the other one was to report. So, but that looks like it might be a convoluted and long process from what I saw just then when I went through that process. I don't think it happens immediately. Let me just check moderator. Let's see. What? No! Oh my God, no! I don't believe I've just done that! No! Oh my God! Shh! No! You... Oh, for crying out loud! Oh my God! No way, man. I've just made that flipping Rising Madness the moderator. I've never done this before, you see. So all your comments have now disappeared, and all I'm getting is this idiot. Oi, mate, go away, because now I'm getting pissed. And I'm going to report you and all. Now you're getting me pissed. Now this is something that you guys don't normally see. You would not normally see this side of me, because now I'm getting angry. Now I'm getting annoyed. And this is something you wouldn't normally see from me. But it's people, idiots like this start doing this shit. There's going to be, I'm telling you. My God. Look, you people, whoever you are, Rising Madness and your flipping friend, go away. And go away now, because now you're getting me annoyed. Yeah, exactly. That's what you want, innit? You want me angry, don't you? Oh, believe me, you don't want me angry. Believe me. Now, guys, I'm sorry, but I can't see any of your chat right now because of these idiots. I'm trying to do this thing. I'm trying to report them and all the rest of it, but it doesn't seem to do jack. This is pissing me off. Right, guys. So, yeah, I've done it. I've done it. I've undone it. But now I can't see anything of you guys. Guys, comment. Comment, comment, comment. Doesn't matter what it is. Just flood the what's name with comments right now. Please, just flood it now with comments. Anything. Doesn't matter. Just flood it. This idiot. What's the matter with you, man? You're a freaking idiot, man. You've got the brain of a freaking amoeba. You're an idiot. Why don't you grow up and grow some balls? I'll tell you now, mate. It's a good job you ain't walking down that garden path right now. Believe me. Because you ain't man enough to walk down my garden path. Come on, you idiot. Right, guys, I'm going to stop the live stream because I can't see any of your comments, guys. I'm going to stop the live stream.